Whoa, I don't know what to look at. There's so many things.
Hey friend, how are you doing? Today's amazing. Today's a great day for making things. Let's go get some supplies. So I spent a lot of time last night making some different electronic configurations for some of the batteries I'm going to use, and I got this monitor thing and doing all this stuff, and I'm just realizing like the A6300 itself is such a tiny camera. It like has hardly any surface area to be handling while shooting. And I know a lot of people use these camera cage things, essentially just an exoskeleton for your camera so you can mount things. And I actually have one of these for my A7S, but I don't have one for the A6300. And I don't want to buy one right now because I'm trying to keep the finances as tight as possible so we can do this series as best as possible. So I'm going to try and make one. Awesome. Just spent a couple dollars on some aluminum cutoffs. I love going into this place and just seeing what aluminum they have there in their seconds shelf. Essentially just like cut off pieces from projects that they'll sell for really cheap. So a couple bucks worth of aluminum, and now let's go get some hardware. Good day. Okay, so we got all the supplies I need, and we're just going to dive right into it. It's going to be a little interesting trying to make a cage for the camera that I'm using to film this with, but we're just going to go with a really basic and straightforward start, and then maybe refine things as we go, and yeah. Okay, so the cage is done for now. Might do a few mods later, but it's good to go. I'm filming it with it right now, so here are some shots of it with my iPhone. Definitely doesn't look amazing, but the main idea is to just give me more attachment points so I can have a more balanced camera setup instead of this like really unbalanced weird thing of trying to have everything go off the hot shoe of the A6300. I'm relatively happy with how it came together. It's not perfect. I'm hoping actually that the big section of aluminum on the top will actually absorb quite a bit of heat. That's kind of why it's just like a big piece of metal on top. So I'm hoping that that will absorb some heat when shooting outdoors. And this kind of just creates a bit of a better run and gun shooting setup, and hopefully it'll add a little bit more weight. It also gives me a bigger grip to hold onto with my hand when I'm shooting with it, because my hands are massive and clutching the tiny little A6300 is like the biggest pain. So yeah, that's it for now. Nice to have some options to work with, but I gotta frantically try to clean up as much as I can because my dad's coming over for dinner. I'm practicing using my camera rig, and I'm pretending to make a documentary about Janelle making food. How's the food, Janelle?
It's so good. Whoa, I don't know what to look at. There's so many things. Do you know what I'm talking about? No?
Well,
Then we made it. Tried it.
Yeah, oh, I see.
I was like, I'm trying to try it. You didn't want to put this cheese on there?
So that's it for today's episode. There's a lot of stuff that's like going around in my mind, which I need to try find ways that I can like explain and talk about, that just kind of all wrapped up in this creative process, because what I'm experiencing right now is the creative process. It is the process of making things and bringing your vision to life. And there's like decisions that are going around in my head kind of day in and day out, and it keeps me up at night. And I'm just thinking about this stuff beyond just getting like funds to make it happen. I'm constantly thinking about this like series and how it's all going to happen and how it's going to come together and what the stories are going to be. And I need to do a better job of opening up that dialogue between me and yourself, so I can explain more what I'm thinking. But I'll try to do that maybe better in the next couple of videos. We're getting close to the end of July, and we've been doing daily videos for the entirety of July, so that's pretty crazy. Today's happy is it was a lot of fun making things and hanging out with my dad. And my crappy is the skin on my fingers is just so torn up from like making things. I used to be a bike mechanic and work on bikes all the time, and my hands were so tough, but now they're just soft, so they get wrecked pretty easy. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and remember, life's better when you make stuff.